like as I mentioned that the companies use this tool for their performance management activities, and they do their planning, they do their forecasting and budgeting using Anaplan. So a brief over like about like I'll take financial planning for an example. So let's say um, I own a company, let's say, and let's say it's a product based company, and let's say I'm an electronics manufacturer, and I have many products, and let's say I want to forecast my demand, or let's say the sales of my products for the upcoming quarter, or or maybe the upcoming month, or maybe the upcoming year. So businesses do that kind of stuff in Anaplan. So these are the some of the use cases that I have also worked upon. So like forecasting, budgeting, workforce planning. So workforce planning is basically uh, let's say we have different departments in company, and like they want to segregate the employees that they have in different practices based on the project requirement that they have. So they have some internal logics that they have that they make, and based on that they allocate the people to different projects based on the project requirement. So that is workforce planning. So like Anaplan is um, used in some of these use cases. But so basically, most of the companies that are switching to Anaplan are initially using Excel as their tool to make their forecast and do their financial planning and or budgeting, be it anything. So why they are switching to Anaplan? So the main feature of like Anaplan is connected planning. So maybe you guys have also heard of it. Connected planning is, let's say, we in a company there are many business processes going simultaneously. So let's say we want to have an input from let's say I'm doing the financial planning. Financial planning. I'm building a financial planning model. So there will have some revenues for each product. We'll have some expenses. So let's say I'm building a financial planning model. Now, in that model, my revenue may come from the other business process. That is forecasting the revenue for each of the product that I have. So I can use that revenue from that initial model and use it as an input in the model that I'm building. So that is connected. That is called connected planning. Basically, using inputs from the other models in our current model. So once like every business process is set up in Anaplan, so it is like we can integrate the data from different models and use it anywhere. Then then some of the features are uh,
Then I have a
so
question that you
yeah.
mentioned. So this is basically, I mean, we can. Is it something like an ETL tool as well? ETL data flows or something?
That is the other part of it. So Anaplan has some inbuilt has built some inbuilt platforms, like it has CloudWorks, and it has Google Google Cloud, and like so you can integrate the data from those platforms into Anaplan.
Okay, so
So
just
it is
trying
not
to
you,
understand the
you can't
thing.
it is like you can't transform the data in Anaplan. You need to transform the data in that ETL tool, and then the output, like whatever uh, the inputs that you need in Anaplan, you can integrate that data from that cloud source into the Anaplan.
Okay. And we can create a workflow as well.
Yeah, we can create workflows, and we can automate the integration. So like because the data is always real time, that the data is always changing. Like when I move to the next quarter, the actual sales of the company that the company has made will be different with what we have forecasted. So with that changes, we can automate the data integration, and like whatever be the like whatever be the new data that is coming, so that will automatically be reflected in a plan model as well. So like it is kind of that, like it is not basically an ATL tool, but yeah, you can integrate the, you can do the data integration stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Then then another feature of Anaplan is it is easy for let's say we have built a model. Now we have some set of users that are already using it. Now it is easy for in Anaplan to add more users to it. So we can bulk add many users at a time, and so it is easy to scale in that sense. And as I said, like Anaplan modeling is always real time. So like the data that we are viewing and the data integration that we are doing, that is all coming from the real time source, and uh, the the analytics that we are doing in our plan is up to date.
Mhm.
Then the data integration is, I've talked about like what data and uh,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like we have like another tool like cloud and all those stuff. So you're
yeah, yeah.
gonna integrate
Then
those.
yeah, and in Anaplan it is easy to reiterate. So once we go into the modeling part, it will be easier to understand like how the agile
Mhm.
modeling is more feasible in Anaplan, like how it is more easy, how
So
Anaplan
you
makes
mean
it
like,
easy to follow the agile methodology. So basically, the agile methodology is like, let's say we have built we are into the development phase of a project. The project has kick off, and we are developing the model. Now we will have regular Scrum calls with the client, and we will be demoing them that what we have built is as per the requirement or not, and as per the client suggestions, we will be making changes in our model as well. So there are times that we'll need to reiterate our modeling. So Anaplan makes it easy. So once we go into the modeling part, um, it will be easier to understand. Then basically, like so, how the learning path looks in Anaplan is like first we have the level one model building certifications. So does any of you guys have already like access to the like free trial access that Anaplan has?
no, I don't have access. So real-time access to the application, so that way
Yeah,
when
yeah.
actually
So
start giving.
So Anaplan has this talent builder program. So it provides a free trial access for 90 days. So where you can build models, and where you can do or like any modeling part, you can do hands-on on that. So basically, like it has some prerequisites. So first, you'll need to have an Anaplan community account. So you can use your personal mail ID for it. Then once the Anaplan community account is created, uh, there is this course, the Anaplan Way certification that we need to do. So the Anaplan Way, like it's a basic course that of 14 to 15 hours of lectures, and so it covers the basics of what how a project looks like, how an Anaplan project looks like, how the life cycle of the project should be as per the agile methodologies in Anaplan. So it covers that aspect. Then
This is for application access.
yeah, this is what the application access.
Okay, so we need to, in order to get access, we need to complete like 15
Yeah,
hours of.
yeah. So like this is just a basic course. So
Mhm.
it many of the sessions are just a read. So it will be a quick walkthrough of of the Anaplan like interface and stuff like that. Then after completing this, you can apply for the talent builder program. So basically, after this, you can like it is free of cost, and you will get added to, like, they'll provide you a practice workspace, so you can build models into that workspace. So I'll paste the link of this. So basically, this after applying this, they take 5 to 6 business days to approve the request. So yeah, but that will provide you with the, okay.
That's the level one certification. Or
Yeah, so you get the free access now. There will be certifications, so you can complete the level 1 and level 2 certification in the free trial access.
uh,
So the level 1,
so
yeah,
that is free, are you saying? The
yeah,
level
that,
one.
yeah, the level 1 and level 2 is free.
Okay.
Yeah. So that actually they build this talent builder program for like for this only. So like people can come and like like, because level 1 and level 2 certifications are like the basic certifications that we need, like for anyone who is going into an plan. So they basically build this program for completing these two certifications. So also these are like basic certifications. So like level 1 model building will cover like how an anaplan model looks like, how what are the components of an anaplan model, or how, like, what is the interface, and a walkthrough of that will be covered in level 1 model building. Some terminologies are there. So we have like we have list, we have actions, we have modules. So what are those? So it will cover that part. Then level 2 model building will cover how we write formulas, or how we build logics into an plan, or it also it also it also consists of some of the UX features that we have. So like we can build dashboards into it. So it covers that part. So like these all the certifications are full of instructions, so they are also easy to go through and make an understanding of like how an Anapan modeling looks like.
Uh-huh.
Sorry,
Meeting.
anyone wants to ask anything?
No, good.
Okay. Then we have the Anaplan Way certification. Then you can get a certified model builder certification after completing the Anaplan Way.
Uh,
So
the Anaplan way is what you said, like the
yeah,
15-hour course.
yeah, like like yeah, like it is not related to the modeling part, but how an Anaplan project like looks like, and what should be the steps followed, the best practices that we have, and so those stuff. So it is not related to the modeling part, but yeah, to get the model builder certification, you need to have the Anaplan way, you need to complete the Anaplan way. So once you have applied for this, your Anaplan way certification will already be completed. So you'll just need to have level 1, level 2 certification, and then you will be eligible for the certified model builder certification.
Okay.
Then going after this, we have the level 3 model building. So that is basically that has some like advanced concepts in Anaplan. So while building the model, how to build the model such that it is efficient, both in performance and in the functionality that we are delivering. So it covers that aspect. So how to build an efficient and an optimized model. So every Anaplan model takes some space, and it is so like I'll cover this part, like this model optimization part in the further slide. So this is a very like important concept for clients and modeling part.
Okay.
Then after the level 3 modeling, they have the solution architect certification, and then we have the master and a planner. So For
So,
after completing the level 3 certification, the solution architect certification needs at least 1 year of uh, 1 year of like experience in an Anaplan development. Uh, Only then you can apply for the solution architect certification.
so you completed this
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah, yeah.
you are
So
master Anaplan as well. I mean, so that is the highest certification
yeah,
or
that is
the.
the highest. That is the highest certification, master Anaplan. So basically, like companies usually looks for solution architect, like or level 3 model builders,
Mhm.
because master and planner is certification is it is very costly, and like they like all the certifications are free, like once you get the access, and once you get the client access as well. But
So you
for the
said,
plans,
you said, I'm sorry,
yeah,
uh, the access will be free for only 30 days, right?
for 90 days.
90 days.
Yeah.
So we can complete all the certifications within 90 days. Is that what you're saying?
You can that in that free trial access in the talent builder program, you can complete till an plan way.
Mhm.
You won't be able to complete the level 3 modeling and the solution architect certification.
So we need to
That
pay for.
is, yeah, so like if you are doing it from your like personal mail ID, so it you need to subscribe, have a subscription for Anaplan for that, or else like once you go
So how
through
much it will be? Like just understanding what you mean.
so
Devansh, would you be showing the application, how it looks like, etc.?
mm, I have so yeah, let me open that.
So you're saying
Because I'm not getting what uh, the tool is, what it does, etc.
Sure, sure. Give me a minute, I'll log in. Actually, I have also applied for the free trial access. So this is I have my client ID. So maybe I'll give you a walkthrough of the Anaplan model from. Yeah, I'll start sharing my screen. So like I'll segregate it by components. So first, we have the workspace. So like in Anaplan, we have like whenever a business buy subscribe for the Anaplan, so they give them a storage space. So basically, the screen that we are seeing here. So this is how a workspace look like, and these are all the models that have already been built in that workspace. So like this is there is a limited amount of storage that we get for each workspace, and in each workspace we can build only that you only use that space storage to build make our models. So we have the workspace, then we have the model. So I'll log into a new model. Yeah. So this is the starting interface of a model, and on the left section we have these components. So basically, if you see, like we have the time. So here we can adjust the time settings as per our project requirements. So here we have these options. So if you see here, like we have calendar type. So like calendar type, sorry.
sorry, sorry.
Yeah. Anyone wants to guess like what this field like? what this film may signify.
Something like reports or something.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So like this calendar type um, has these features. So let's say it depends on the business requirement. So let's say the business wants to, um let's say we are building a financial model, and business wants to make their forecast for each quarter. So or for each week, by week. So calendar type is like basically you can select what level of time we are making the model for. So it is months or quarters, or it is by week, or like that. So usually the businesses do the forecasting by months or quarters or years only. So this is the default selection that we already get when we log into the model. Then we we have the fiscal year. So like in India, like the fiscal year starts from April till March next year. So but it varies with region. So we can change like the fiscal year start month. So by default, in an Anaplan model, the fiscal year starts from January. It ends at December. Then the fiscal year label, uh, like it is like it is just a display, like how we want to display our financial year totals. So usually the client wants to view it as like FY. So like they are forecasting for 23, like for this year, let's say. Then they will want to view the data as FY24. So this is the default fiscal year label, and we can change that. So these are all default values that we get once we log into the model. And then we have the option to select the current fiscal year. So I have selected a like FY22. So like the persons who's building this stuff here has selected here the FY22 as the current fiscal year. And then we have the number of past years and the number of future years. So basically we are defining for which year we are building the model for, and how many years data the model can contain. So like let's say we are building a forecasting model for this year, or we want to build make the forecast for this year and for the next 2 years. So we'll select the current fiscal year as the current year, like the FY24. Select FY24, and I can adjust the number of future years to 2, because I'm gonna build the model for I'm gonna make the forecast for the next 2 years as well. And let's say for that forecasting, I'm gonna use the data of the last 3 years. So maybe so we can make a selection as well, like how many past years data we may be having in this model. So we can make a selection as well. So now after making this, like it will indicate that we may have data from FY21 till FY25 in our model. So we can do all the forecasting part, and we can use the data for all of these data spans all of these fiscal years from FY21 till FY26. So then then we have like let's say my current fiscal year is I have selected FY24, and now I am in the month of July. So my current period will be July. So basically, like this is just to signify that like let's say we made some forecast for the month of July, and now we entered let's say we made the forecast from month of August. and let's say after 13 days we will move into August. So my current period will change to August, and my July data will not remain as a forecast, but it will become an actual, because it has, like, the revenue has already been made for that month. So, like, does that sound fine? Like any questions on this part? Like any point here anyone want to make, or like this is just like basic time settings that we have in an Anaplan model. So this will obviously be more clear when we go to the modeling part. So, but like, does this look fine on a brief overview of this? Uh, Hello.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Devansh.
Mm, anything? Anyone want to add something? Yeah.
So that's just new
Or
for
are
me
we
type.
good?
I mean, I'm good. So
Okay, good. Okay.
If anyone
Like,
have queries, check with Devanshu. He will clarify. Okay.
yeah, like we'll have more understanding of this part while we build the modules and stuff. So this is how like a model looks like, the interface, the starting interface. Then after the models, we have list. So I'll tell you, like, so basically an Anaplan is like, everyone has used Excel, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so in Excel, Excel is a two-dimensional tool. So when we open a worksheet, we'll have rows, we'll have columns, and to add a third dimension to it, we'll add a worksheet. We'll need to add a worksheet, right? So let's say we have some data of sales of a company of shoes. Let's say now, let's say I want to store the data of shoes by each category. So let's say we have sneakers, or we have running shoes, or let's say we have casual shoes, or like we have these categories of shoes, and let's say we are storing the data for each month. So we'll have category in the rows, and we'll have time in the columns. Okay. Now let's say this data is for one region. Let's say this is for Delhi. Now if I want to store the same like the same data, the sales for each of this category by each of the month for, let's say, Hyderabad. So now then I'll need to create a separate worksheet for it, like, to store the data. Right, like how, like the data looks small right now, but companies have a lots of data. So like they add more worksheets to it to add a third dimension to it. So Anaplan is basically an Excel, but it is an n-dimensional Excel. So it is a multi-dimensional tool. So I'll show an example. So let's say, and what makes it multi-dimensional is using list. So let's say I want to store this data. So of the sales data by each category and by time. So for that, like, what I'll do is, like, I'll create a list of whatever categories we have, and a list of whatever regions we want to store the data for. So let's say we have, I'm gonna add two list. So let's say one is shoe category. and let's say one is the regions list. So in shoe category, let's say let's add this sneakers. We have sneakers, we have running shoes, or we have casual shoes, or so let's as of now I'm adding these three categories. So and let's say the regions that we are catering to are Delhi, Hyderabad, then Bangalore, Pune, and Gurugram. So let's say these are the regions that we are catering to. So now what I'll do is like basically a module is an Excel, so I'll insert a module, and this is the time dimension. This is the by default dimension that we will have in all of the modules, and we can add. So this is the list that we have made. Now in this module I can add like the shoe category and the regions. I've added this because I want to have the data by each shoe category and by regions and by time. So I've added these three dimensions here, and what data that we want to store is the sales data. So, so this is how we create a module, and so like this module will appear in the module section here. So now when we open this, we can have the sales data, like we can have the sales data for each of the shoe category and for each of the region. And now we can enter our data here. So like I can store like 50,000 in January 22. So like what this indicates is that for the sneakers, the sales of sneakers in Delhi in January 22 was 50,000. So this is how the multidimensionality comes into play in Anaplan. Like we can have one. This is basically a one worksheet. If you say like if I give an analogy to Excel, so this is basically a worksheet that has n dimensions to it. We can add more dimensions to it as per the requirement. Uh, like, uh, is it like does this sound fine to you guys? Like sorry, anyone? Akshay, Srinivas, why not? Uh, does this like sound fine, or like is it? Does this sound like it will be confusing, like, but don't get overwhelmed. So
So
like
do you
this
use
is.
any SQL in this SQL? You're mentioning it is a technical tool. To
Mhm.
write any SQL or anything, or it's only a functional? To me, it looks functional.
So like we build logics into it. So we'll go through. So like we build formulas. Uh, we so we do the we do the logical part here also. Like this is just not the data. It is not just like it does not only have the data. We integrate the data and then we do build logic upon it. So that will come later. So I'm just showing you like how this is how a module look like what dimension, like what are dimensions, what is a list, and so like I'm just covering that part, the basic part. Like this is if I tell you like this is just the tip of the iceberg for the use case that we have in Anaplan. So guys, like after the modules, we have line items. So basically, line items is what we store the data for, or whatever we are writing the formula for. So like in this sales data example, the sneakers, like the shoe category and the regions and the time are dimensions, because we are storing the data across these three scales, and the data that we're storing is sales. So like sales is a line item, and these are the list that we have, that we're using in this module per se. Then then we have Anaplan UX. So there are two interfaces that we have for by which we can build dashboards. So basically, we have the dashboard section here. So initially, when Anaplan was launched, so we had an Anaplan classical dashboard. We call it Anaplan classical dashboard. So we can build dashboards in side by side where we are building the model itself. And now Anaplan has also added the apps section. So in the apps, you can build a separate app also, and connected with the model that you have built. So so like that, then this app feature, like when we'll build in something into it, so this looks pretty cool. Like uh, they have some very cool features in it. Have any of you guys worked with like any of the like uh, APM tool, like Power BI, or anyone has like some experience?
I have seen it, but I don't actually have one.
Yeah, so like in Power BI, we also build dashboards, uh, but uh, but the unplanned dashboards are more dynamic in nature, and uh, more real time data that we can see. So then we have the plans. Plans, like this is just the best practices that Anaplan has defined, that everyone should follow while building a model. So um, let's go through these details in the next session. Maybe till next session, you guys can apply for the talent builder program. Everyone will have the access to the model, and then we can do the hands-on stuff.
So we need to spend that 15 hours to get the access, or
uh, it is up to you actually. So it is up to you. Like they are not recording the number of hours you are taking to complete it, but and most of the sections are also like just to read, so you can go through that part easily. And this is just like the basic, like it covers the base just the basic part. Maybe if you have some project experience before, so it will be like same, to those methodologies that you already have been following in your projects. So yeah, but like on and on, like this will require some time, like if not complete for 14 to 15 hours, but yeah, 9 to 10 hours it will require to go through the content. So cool, guys. Anyone wants to add anything? Have any doubts how to get access? So like, or you can reach out to me when you are applying to this program, or like so you can reach out to me if you have any doubts there also, because we have one assignment also there. So if in case of any doubt, you can reach out to me.
Yeah, if anyone have queries, you can ask, or else we can end the session.
In the meantime, like when you're working on this talent builder program, so I'll also send you some resources link, so you can go through it and have an understanding like what are the basic elements of an Anaplan model. So like when in the next session it will be helpful when we go through the hands-on part.